just wanna do my own thing. I just wanna do my own thing. I just wanna do my own thing. I just wanna do my own thing with you.
Welcome, everyone, to Arguing Ever After. So for this episode, we've decided that we're not going to put it in the regular episode lineup, though it will count towards the overall wins and losses.
Yep. We wanted to make sure that we can always have content for you coming out regularly. So this is a bonus episode.
We are the Lord and Lady who lock horns,
The Count and Countess of Contention,
the Duke and Duchess of Disagreement,
and the King and Queen of Quarrels.
We have been together since high school in the 1990s. We've been married for over 20 years, and we've argued about practically everything, and yet still, somehow, we're able to stay happily together. We have a teenage daughter who doesn't yet hate us, and most of our family still talks to us on purpose. All in all, pretty darn good.
Every day, all over the world, couples are fighting battles based on molehills that don't matter, and sometimes mountains that send spouses to go sleep on couches and keep the chocolate companies and facial tissue giants in business. In this entertainment-only podcast, we will bicker about all things big and small, and the audience gets the final say in who the winner is.
We do not claim to be relationship experts by any means, but if we can have meaningless arguments and still like each other, why not give it a listen? We will quarrel about topics which are frequently submitted by our listeners. So if you have any idea that you want us to argue about, please email it to arguingeverafter@gmail.com. And we could cross swords over it so you could have a preview of how it might sound in your own relationship. Perhaps this completely unscientific method of letting the masses decide can settle your fight before you even have it.
Okay. Well, today's discussion, we are going through our limited list of topics. Again, if you have any topics, please send them to us at Gmail or whatever, arguingeverafter@gmail.com. But we were looking through, and there was a topic that I had on there that Luke was trying to figure out why I put it on there. And the topic is knickknacks or
Tchotchkes.
or baubles, items around the house. We all end up collecting things, whether we mean to collect them or not collect them. But I know everyone has objects that they didn't expect to ever have in their house, for sure. Being a couple, it's interesting because you come in with different tastes. Although we've been together for a really, really long time, I would say that most of my items Luke likes.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but I think most of them that we've especially gotten together since we've been together, he seems like pretty on board for getting. Am I wrong?
Not about all of the things. Sometimes I just play along because there's, why make waves?
Mm-hmm. We are known when we go places to pick up souvenirs frequently, and I really don't think that Luke's had any issues with any souvenirs that we've gotten. However, what kind of made me put it on the list is seeing all of the action figures that
Not
Luke
fair.
has.
Crossing a line.
And very specific to one category of action figures. And I'm going to say it's Star Wars. Luke is a Star Wars fan.
For sure. As is the world.
I have no
Go ahead. Dig your hole.
I have no issues with Luke being a Star Wars fan.
Oh. That's how we're phrasing it.
That is how we're phrasing it.
Okay.
But I don't understand how you could have Star Wars ingrained in everything. And it is. Not just action figures, just that this is the action figure or bobblehead or whatever it is.
I mean, you literally have bobbleheads.
maybe like one or two that you probably got for me.
I don't know where you think I acquired mine, but it wasn't off the shelf for personal satisfaction.
Anyhow, but you have them displayed, which is fine. But what I was getting to is I don't understand how there can be so many tchotchke items that are Star Wars that it leaks over into holidays. You'll have Darth Vader for Christmas, Darth Vader for Halloween, which I get that one. Easter Yoda.
Yeah.
I mean, just pick a holiday and there's a possible doll action figure item that goes with it for Star Wars.
You better be careful. We're about to have a Star Wars debate instead of
We're not having a Star Wars debate. So what I'm going to talk about now is, so we have these little things around, and
y'all let us know if you're ready for a Star Wars debate.
I will lose. I promise.
She's going down.
I know. I actually concede that I will lose on a Star Wars debate. But the items themselves, I'm not necessarily thinking I'm going to lose on, because they're kind of tacky to have just laying around. And Luke kind of notices, like, he'll have it somewhere, and then I'll kind of put it in his space, you know, like by his side of the bed that I can't see, so that he can enjoy them. But I don't have to look at them. So is there any items that you want to talk about that I have? This is just, so I put it on the list based on that.
So you don't want to talk about the painting?
Oh, that's going to be my end thing. I'm not
we're
talking
saving
about it
that
now.
for later.
That's a part of our vote.
Perfect. Okay, that's great. So we're just talking about knickknacks.
Knickknacks, yeah.
Okay.
For
I'm
now.
just gonna I'm gonna bring the audience into it, myself included. How many of y'all out there wonder why your wives bought so many vases, plates, and pitchers that they're never going to use? They're up on a wall to just be there, so that, like, I don't know, other people come in the house and they go, "Oh, look, they have plates, vases, and pitchers. They must be a fine family." Like, what was it that happened in our society where publicly displaying the things which you would use to consume food and beverages on the wall has become a societal norm that's accepted by people and even perpetuated through the generations? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me at all. Like, someone's going to be like, come in your house and go, "Oh, you have a beautiful plate collection. Please, let's talk about it." That doesn't happen. We've had people over to our house for years and years and years. Never once have I ever had somebody want to strike up a conversation about a vase. See, my dog agrees with me. He heard me getting animated and he said, "Yup, let's get in on that." So that's one of my issues. Why do we have so many of them, and why are they on the wall, and where do they all come from? But then, I mean, the acquisition of these things, it's like, it's a whole nother subset of life. Like, you got to go to antique shows.
Yes.
You got to go to trade fairs. You got to go to, like, swap meets and all kinds of different things to acquire different plates, pitchers, and vases. And then, you know what you're going to do with them? They're going to go in the same place as the ones you have. They're going to sit up there on a shelf somewhere, and you're going to look at them like I'm doing right now, looking at some of the stuff in this room and wonder, I wonder why we have that thing. I'm just saying the whole category as it stands is a little strange. Okay.
I'm going to discuss sometimes some people.
I get extra points for the dog.
No, you don't. He would come to me if I called him. So sometimes people have things that they look at that makes them happy because they're pretty. Or they do serve a function, right? Now, I hear what you're saying about all of the vases, and I was so glad you went there.
Oh, good.
Because what are they supposed to do?
Hold flowers.
So if the problem is that they're not holding flowers...
Oh, please.
We should get more flowers. Flowers are beautiful. Who doesn't want more flowers in the house? So I'm prepared for all the flowers that will come into the house.
Are we having a funeral anytime soon in the house?
No.
You need 25 vases.
But you do need a different... Okay. You need different size vases depending on the flowers. So, like, if you have one single flower, you're going to have a smaller vase than if you have a huge bouquet. If they're taller flowers, they need to be in a taller vase.
That's
if they're
true.
short flowers, then they need to be in a short vase, which I don't really get that many short flowers.
You know what you could do? You could take all the vases you want to have and put them in a vase closet somewhere and just pull out the correct receptacle for the time at hand when I get you flowers. Because, by the way, you don't get me flowers. I like flowers. And two, when you put all those things away from the wall, you would have space on the wall to hang a nice, large, decorative painting. Just thoughts. Just throwing out there.
We will get back to that painting.
Oh, we will.
Oh.
We will.
But, like, I think that the vases themselves that I have are pretty. So, looking at those...
They're not unpretty. I agree.
Okay. So, I don't really see, again, an issue with those items. They're not unpretty. There's nothing else that you're going to be putting into that place. I do kind of have...
Paintings. That's an option for things that go on walls.
I mean, that's literally, it's like it's not maybe this much space, like, I don't know, what is that, 3 feet? 3 feet of space on one wall and a foot of space on another that is holding vases. Now, if you're talking about mantles, it's not unusual for people to have stuff on their mantle.
And display tables.
And we don't even have a display table. Oh, yeah, we do.
And curios.
Yeah, but we don't have a curio cabinet.
We do have a shelf in the corner.
Sure.
Sort of like a curio, it just doesn't have the glass thing. It's a shelved unit in the corner of a room that is holding knickknacks.
Okay, what's wrong with this?
I'm just pointing out that we have more than you said briefly, like, we just have a couple little quick little things on the wall. And I was just adding in the lots of other places that we have, like the mantles. We got 2 of those, and then we got 2 little shelved units in this room. We got a tower in the corner of one room, a table in the middle of another room. I mean, there's a lot of places that have some knickknacks around.
Yes. I have no problems with there being a lot of knickknacks around.
Do you? Let's talk about problems. First of all, you have so many knickknacks that you've acquired at so many places that you bought a special knickknack that you now keep to remind yourself not to buy too many knickknacks because you don't even like it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we all should keep a reminder of a mistake made to not do it again.
Just in the house.
Well,
just
why
keep
not?
it. You couldn't remember. I mean, could you not? Could you not remember?
I mean, I was definitely on an antique shopping spree for a little bit there. I would go with lots of people to antique shows. And, I would find something and I'd be like, great, can I get a good deal on it? And if I get a good deal on it and it at that time caught my eye, I'd pick it up. Absolutely. This time, it absolutely caught my eye. Mm-hmm. I got a great price on it, which I couldn't even tell you today what it is.
Great price.
I also purchased a few other things that day. So I think I had like that shopping spree blindness. I feel like people do this in general, and I could be wrong, where you just go shopping and you're like, oh, I'm going to go buy shirts or whatever the item is. And then they just buy 7 of something because it's what's in their mind that they're going to buy.
It's probably why people invented the mall.
Absolutely, maybe.
They got you on a run. They're like, well, they're going.
They're going, right.
Put some more stores in front of them.
Right. They're shopping. Why won't they buy more? So this is what happened at that time. I bought probably way too many items. And when I got home and I was like unwrapping my haul, I looked and I was like, it is a vase and it is colorful. And I hadn't seen anything like the design on it before. But you're right. I didn't actually like it. I know why it's jumped out at me there. Because that's usually how I will go antique shopping. This is probably a lot of fun for our listeners to hear about. It's just like what jumps out at you. Because I'm not dig deep into things. I'm just like and I'm also...
That's gross. Going through some bins or some old
Right, I don't want to do that. But I do just kind of walking through and seeing what is actually going to jump out at me. So that's how I shop. Anyhow, this thing jumped out at me and I didn't at the time regret it. Today I do. And it's just a lesson for the future. I do try to have a thought of if I'm buying something needs to leave in general. I don't like too much clutter in our house. So that is why when you have something that I don't like that comes into the house.
I have something that you don't like.
Yes.
This doesn't apply both directions.
I'm just talking about...
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear that This is a one-way street.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Sure. I'm saying, for me, when you have something that I don't like, I think of it then as clutter.
Oh, we could talk about clutter for a whole episode, too.
Yes, we can.
I called my family human clutter.
Yes, you did. I cannot
They
believe
were in the way.
Oh.
I mean, why were they there in the way when I was trying to do other stuff? Anyway. And we're back. We had to remove our wonderful dog Toblerone. He was being too cute and distracting for us to have a real argument. Also, while we were away, we decided to add in some show and tell to this episode.
So, Luke, let me ask you a question.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. In this corner, we have Amber claiming to weigh in at 135 pounds. She has over 25 years of practice in the art of insignificant lover spats and is armed with her amazing wit, which she will need today.
And in this corner, we have Luke at his prime weight of 185 pounds plus. He's sporting a luxurious red beard, and he's been arguing since he was born to a very competitive family. Now, Luke, let me ask you a question. If there was one item in this house that you could remove, what would it be?
Well, I have an answer. I just want you to know I don't think it's fair that I have to pick one. But it would be the very ridiculous tiny vase that we alluded to earlier in the episode that you keep to remind yourself that you don't like it. You're actually keeping something you don't want on purpose. That's the contention for me. Why is it in our house? And do you have something you'd like to remove?
Yes, very much so. For this item, I was talking about Star Wars on purpose for knickknacks, and I think the best thing, I will describe it for our listeners, but for our viewers, the best thing we could do is show it.
Agreed.
So let's, one moment pause, it'll be seamless for you.
Little pause, here we go. Okay, we're back from the pause.
All right, so this would be the item of Luke's that I would like removed from the house.
No.
This is some sort of Star Wars scene.
Huh.
These are giant Star Wars walking items.
Walkers.
Walkers. With a girl who's probably in this painting. This painting is maybe 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide. I would say this woman in the painting is at least 3 feet tall. And in the painting, this is a mixed media painting.
Yes.
She's got coil metal curls in her hair that are sticking out.
It's copper.
And Luke called me when he picked this up and said, "Don't worry, Amber. Don't worry. I can remove the gear. Right here, about the size of a dime, is a tiny gear." He thought that would be the issue when I have this ginormous picture here, that this one little thing would be why I wouldn't let it hang up on our wall. Not to mention the fact I don't know that we have a wall large enough for this, and I wouldn't want it anyhow. So that's my item, and we will discuss further at some point. But Luke, would you like to show them your item?
In a moment. First, I just want to point out a couple of things for the true fans and for people who like legitimately new and fantastic art. First of all, you've pointed out that it's mixed media. We have, obviously, the painter did some vertical drips that way, then rotated it and put this painting over the top. I want to point out that she has 2 leashes. She has her little heart spider friend, which is awesome. And then she also has this leash, which goes to the head. So it's like her little buddy. And, just for fun, he's drooling a little bit right there. Just like our best friend did that we had to remove from the episode.
Ew, I did not even realize that was drool.
Well, they don't drool, but in this...
That's disgusting.
This is her best friend, and sometimes your best friend drools a little bit, and that's okay.
Disgusting.
And that's all the points I feel like I need to make. This is a fantastic piece of Star Wars art that any true fan would probably love to have. I imagine its value to be enormous. I don't actually know, but it would not surprise me if this was in some sort of Star Wars art exhibition if someone would purchase this for north of $1,000. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong, people.
I don't necessarily doubt that someone might pay that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to pay anything. I would pay to have this removed from the house.
And
because this does not even fit in my vehicle.
Because you're going to lose.
This does not happen. It does not fit.
It did not fit in my vehicle either. I had to use a pickup truck.
Yes, that's how big his eyesore of an item.
Nope.
Art is subjective. I get that.
Beautiful, beautiful artist rendition.
It's too much.
Of love and science fiction.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Now, would you like to show the item that you want removed of mine?
Yes, the tiny vase that you
please,
keep.
can you go find it?
No problem. I'm going to switch sides.
Okay.
I'm going to get a little closer so you guys can see this. This is a vase that was picked up at some, I don't know, antique show. It has little flowers and little painted circly deals. It probably would hold maybe one flower.
Okay.
And the reason this is in our house isn't because someone loves it, like I love this Star Wars painting, or because it's beautiful. It's because she thinks that she should keep a thing that she doesn't actually want.
I didn't say I don't want it. I said I don't necessarily like it. But again, you see the size difference. Luke earlier was talking about a vase closet, which we don't happen to own, if anyone is wondering. We aren't quite that bougie yet. But this would fit into a vase closet. Mm-hmm. This doesn't fit in anything.
Everybody knows bigger is better.
That is not always the case. When it's something you're trying to get rid of, hide, shove under a bed or something.
Just so you people know, our friends, listen to this. She doesn't even want it in the house so bad that it first lived in our outdoor patio sitting area.
Yes.
Which is covered, so it wasn't subjected to the elements, don't worry. But it didn't have the right mounting. So then what I had to do was take it from that area because she still didn't like it.
No, that's my space that I use a lot.
Her space. Just let's be clear. It's everything in the house is her space.
I work from home.
It ended up in the garage. Mm-hmm. Now I did hang it in such a way that every time I pull into the garage, front and center, right in front of me, is this beauty, and I get to see it in all of its glory every time I come home from anywhere. So at least I get to see it. But the fact that it's been relegated to a place of things that everyone really doesn't need or want to see.
Do you see how big this thing is?
It's in the garage, people.
This thing is so flipping big. This little vase here, did you know he didn't even realize I had this? That's how small it was. Mm-hmm. He had to go looking around the house to try to find something that he didn't like. He said he doesn't like my knickknacks. He didn't know.
Not all.
He couldn't even come up with a good one. This one, he hardly found. So I think what we're going to do now is pause this, take away this ginormous eyesore, so that
masterpiece. I'm sorry,
continue
a work
discussing.
of art.
So can we pause it for one moment?
So we're back from our minor pause to remove the beautiful work of art and the tiny, silly vase, so that we could finish our debate.
Yes. I'm thinking for, again, those who can't view, I hope you actually go and look at this podcast to get a real, true understanding of what we're talking about.
Please
the one
do.
thing is less than 8 inches tall, super small. Maybe that's
Why did
even...
you put it up there?
And the other thing is like, it's larger than a fitting room. It's so huge. Therefore, the awfulness that my eye sees is so much more than what he could possibly see with a vase that he didn't even realize was there. That had been there, by the way, like 7 years. So, I will say that certainly one, and it would be the picture, should be the thing to go. And I understand what you're saying about art and fine art. There might be someone out there who really does appreciate it.
Like me.
There might be 2 people. There might be a household that really, really appreciates it. Mm-hmm. But in this household, it is not serving its artistic function for the whole household. It's not
You're
being
right.
properly appreciated.
You're right.
So that's my thought.
Well, I would like to point out a few things that I imagine our viewership will side with me on. First, you're right about it's not being properly adored. And because we live together, and even though we're going to let the people vote on this, first of all, I just want everyone to know I'm not actually going to get rid of this if you vote against me because you're traitors, but I would consider selling it. Not that I need to sell it, I just want to be clear about that, but it probably deserves a better place than in my garage. It probably deserves to be mounted beautifully on someone's great wall in their home, someone who truly loves Star Wars, and the price could be discussed. I don't know what it's worth, but it's a lot.
We're not trying to sell art here, everybody.
That's true.
I don't know what he's
We're moving
talking
on.
about.
I'm just pointing out that it's not being properly appreciated. Now, next, other reasons this piece of art that I own should win this debate. One, it's from arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, film sagas of all time. There might be other. It probably is the greatest film saga of all time. Currently, it's at 9 full-length movies, and I don't know how many spin-offs, but there's a bunch of spin-offs. Oh my God, you're not falling asleep. You liar, pants on fire. Second, the acquisition of this item came from
That's
a friend of mine.
Okay.
And that is one of the reasons I like it so much. It wasn't just something I came upon that I acquired with money. Now, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I would have known that my darling wife would be like, first of all, why did you buy something so big? And second of all, why did you spend money on it? But here we are. So I have this. It's amazing. And there's no way that the thing that one of us actually likes and wants to keep is the thing that should be voted off the island, so to speak. You have a thing that you don't like and want to keep. And when I said, what is this? You said, oh, I bought it. And then when I got it home, I realized I didn't like it as much. So I keep it as a reminder to myself to not buy things I don't like. That should be a sufficient enough argument for our guests to decide what to do.
Okay.
For me, case closed.
My vase is not awful. It's just not my favorite thing. Mm-hmm. And I will say, you were talking about sentimental stuff. Mm-hmm. My vase serves as a memory of actually going to an antique show with a friend as well.
Okay.
So it also has its purpose there in that. Now, however, I would, if that left the house, I would
that
get rid
she's
of the
talking
vase.
about the painting, which is in that direction.
Yes, sorry, of course, yeah. I would get rid of the vase.
Oh, yeah. So you would remove art that I enjoy for art that you do not. What a compromise. I think we know what's going on here, people.
Compromise is good. But since we did not say we could compromise and only one could stay, it should be the thing that could go in a vase closet, not something that cannot fit anywhere reasonably. So, that was the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to vote who won today's match. Comment on the poll and we'll tally responses by the next episode. This is a bonus episode, so whatever the vote ends up being, it's going to get thrown into another thing. But we'll put on this episode who won and who didn't. It
does count toward the win-loss tally.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. So let us know.
Thank you then for all our visitors for watching this special episode with Show and Tell, which we might do in the future. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Please like our videos, subscribe to the podcast, download it if you can or would like to, share it with your friends. And if you have suggestions for an argument for us, we are always looking for good new ideas. Please send them to arguingeverafter@gmail.com.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.